In today's audiopod, we will listen about the miracle working power of our subconscious mind. The power of our subconscious mind is enormous. It inspires us, it guides us, and it reveals to us names, facts, and scenes from the storehouse of our memory. Our subconscious started our heartbeat. It controls the circulation of our blood. It also regulates our digestion, assimilation, and elimination. When we eat a piece of bread, our subconscious mind transmutes it into tissue, muscle, bone, and blood. This process is beyond the ken of the wisest man who works the earth. Our subconscious mind controls all vital processes and functions of our body and knows the answer to all our problems. It may sound weird to us, but this is the truth that our subconscious mind never sleeps and it also never rests. It's always on the job. We can discover the miracle working power of our subconscious by plainly stating to our subconscious prior to sleep that whatever we wish, a certain specific thing would be accomplished. We will be delighted to discover that forces within us will be released, leading to the desired result. Here then is a source of power and wisdom which places us in touch with the omnipotence, or the power that moves the world, guides the planets in their course, and causes the sun to shine. Our subconscious mind is the source of our ideals, aspirations, and altruistic urges. It was through the subconscious mind that Shakespeare perceived great truths hidden from the average man of his day. Undoubtedly, it was the response of his subconscious mind that caused the Greek sculptor Phidias to portray beauty, order, symmetry, and proportion in marble and bronze. It enabled the Italian artist Raphael to paint Madonnas and Ludwig van Beethoven to compose symphonies. Let us understand this by a true story described by Dr. Joseph Murphy in his book Power of Your Subconscious Mind. In 1955, Dr. Joseph Murphy lectured at the Yoga Forest University, which is situated in Rishikesh, India, and there he chatted with a visiting surgeon from Bombay. The surgeon told Dr. Joseph about Dr. James Isdale, a Scotch surgeon who worked in Bengal before ether or other modern methods of anesthesia were discovered. Between 1843 and 1846, Dr. Isdale performed about 400 major operations on the eye, ear, and throat. All operations were conducted under mental anesthesia only. This Indian doctor at Rishikesh informed Dr. Joseph that the post-operative mortality rate of patients operated on by Dr. Isdale was extremely low, probably 2 or 3%. Patients felt no pain and there were no deaths during the operations. Dr. Isdale suggested to the subconscious mind of all his patients who were in a hypnotic state that no infection or septic condition would develop. You must remember that this was before Louis Pasteur, Joseph Lister, and others who pointed out the bacterial origin of disease and causes of infection due to unsterilized and virulent organisms. This Indian surgeon said that the reason for the low mortality rate and the general absence of infection, which was reduced to a minimum, was undoubtedly due to the suggestions of Dr. Isdale to the subconscious mind of his patients. They responded according to the nature of his suggestion. It is simply wonderful when you conceive how a surgeon over 120 years ago discovered the miraculous wonder-working powers of the subconscious mind. Doesn't it cause you to be seized with a sort of mystic awe when you stop and think of the transcendental powers of your subconscious mind? Consider its extrasensory perceptions, such as its capacity for clairvoyance and clairaudience, its independence of time and space, its capacity to render you free from all pain and suffering, and its capacity to get the answer to all of your problems. All these and many more reveal to you that there is a power and an intelligence within you that far transcends to your intellect, causing you to marvel at the wonders of it all. All these experiences cause you to rejoice and believe in the miracle working powers of your own subconscious mind. Our subconscious is our book of life. Whatever thoughts, beliefs, opinions, theories, or dogmas we write, engrave, or impress on our subconscious mind, we shall experience them as the objective manifestation of circumstances, conditions, and events. Whatever we write on the inside, we will experience on the outside. We have two sides to our life, objective and subjective, visible and invisible, thought and its manifestation. Our thought is received by our brain, which is the organ of our conscious reasoning mind. When we conscious or objective mind accepts the thought completely, it is sent to the solar plexus, which is called the brain of our mind, where it becomes flesh and is made manifest in our experiences. As we know, our subconscious cannot argue. It acts only from whatever you write on it. It accepts our verdict of the conclusion of our conscious mind as final. This is why we are always writing on the book of life, because our thoughts become our experiences. The American sage Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Man is what he thinks all day long." So whatever is impressed in the subconscious is expressed out as well. William James, the father of American psychology, said that the power to move the world is in your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is the one with infinite intelligence and boundless wisdom. It is fed by hidden springs, and it is called the law of life. Whatever you impress upon your subconscious mind, the later will move heaven and earth to bring it to pass. You must impress it with right ideas and constructive thoughts. The reason there is so much chaos and misery in the world is because people do not understand the interaction of their conscious and subconscious minds. When these two principles work in accord, in concord, and in peace, or we can say in synchronously together, you will have health, happiness, peace, and joy. There is no sickness or discord when the conscious and subconscious work together harmoniously and peacefully. The tomb of Hermes was opened with great expectancy and a sense of wonder, because people believed that the greatest secret of the ages was contained therein. The secret was as within, so without, as above, so below. In other words, whatever is impressed in your subconscious mind is expressed on the screen of space. The same truth was proclaimed by Moses, Isaiah, Jesus, Buddha, Zoroaster, Lao Tzu, and all the illuminaires of ages. Whatever you feel as true subjectively is expressed as conditions, experiences and events, motion and emotion, which must be balanced. As in heaven, that is your own mind, so on earth, that is in your body and environment. This is the great law of life. You will find throughout all nature The law of action and reaction, of rest and motion, these two must be balanced. Then there will be harmony and equilibrium. The intake and the outgo must be equal. The impression and the expression must be equal. All your frustration is due to unfulfilled desire. If you think negatively, destructively, and viciously, these thoughts generate destructive emotions, which must be expressed and find an outlet. These emotions, being of a negative nature, are frequently expressed as ulcers, heart trouble, tension, and anxieties. What is your idea or feeling about yourself now? Every part of your being expresses that idea. Your vitality, body, financial status, friends, and social status represents a perfect reflection of your idea you have of yourself. This is the real meaning of what is impressed in your subconscious mind and which is expressed in all phases of your life. We injure ourselves by the negative ideas which we entertain. How often have you wounded yourself by getting angry, fearful, jealous, or vengeful? These are the poisons that enter your subconscious mind. You were not born with these negative attitudes. Feed your subconscious mind life-giving thoughts and you will wipe out all the negative patterns lodged therein. As you continue to do this, all the past will be wiped out and remembered no more. A personal healing will ever be the most convincing evidence of the healing power of the subconscious mind. Over 40 years ago, I resolved a malignancy of the skin through prayer. Medical therapy had failed to check the growth, and it was getting progressively worse. Let us end this with a true story of a clergyman. A clergyman with a deep psychological knowledge explained to me the inner meaning of 139 Psalm, wherein it says, "In thy book all my members were written, which in continuance were fashioned, when as yet there was none of them." He explained that the term book meant my subconscious mind, which fashioned and molded all my organs from an invisible cell. He also pointed out that inasmuch as my subconscious mind made my body, it could also recreate it and heal it according to the perfect pattern within it. This clergyman showed me his watch and said, this had a maker, and the watchmaker had to have the idea first in the mind before the watch became an objective reality. And if the watch was out of order, the watchmaker could fix it. My friend reminded me that the subconscious intelligence which created my body was like a watchmaker, and it also knew exactly how to heal, restore, and direct all the vital functions and processes of my body. But that I had to give it the perfect idea of health. This would act as cause and the effect would be a healing. I prayed in a very simple manner, which is as follows. My body and all its organs were created by the infinite intelligence in my subconscious mind. It knows how to heal me. Its wisdom fashioned all my organs, tissues, muscles, and bones. This infinite healing presence within me is now transforming every atom of my being, making me whole and perfect now. I give thanks for the healing I know is taking place now. Wonderful are the works of the creative intelligence within me. I prayed aloud for about 5 minutes, 2 or 3 times a day, repeating the above simple prayer. In about 3 months, my skin was whole and perfect. As you can see, all I did was give life-giving patterns of wholeness, beauty, and perfection to my subconscious mind, thereby obliterating the negative images and patterns of thought lodged in my subconscious mind, which were the cause of all my trouble. Nothing appears on your body except when the mental equivalent is first in your mind. As you can change your mind by drenching it with incessant affirmatives, you can change your body. This is not the end. We will listen to more marvelous story of our subconscious mind. By that time, keep listening to these powerful audiopods, which will enrich you with knowledge, enhance your listening capacity, and will take you a step further to make you a better person. Remember, if you can hear someone carefully without uttering a word, you have the biggest power to make yourself remembered by the other person. With this note, we end this audiopod. Keep listening to all the audiopods. Thank you. Have a good day.